All right, guys. So we're on opening day of the new Super Mario movie. I remember going to the theater in 1993, seeing the OG, and I was like, hell to the yeah. So this one, it's going to be awesome. It's animated. It's made by Illumination, same people that made Minions and all that stuff. And according to projections, it's supposed to have the biggest box office opening of 2023 so far. Coming into April, it's going to be Easter weekend. You know, this was originally going to come out in December, and it had to get delayed a little bit. I'm looking forward to it, but you can see they are estimating a $225 million plus opening, which is really good. And considering, you know, the amount of kids movies that are out right now, doesn't seem like there's that many. As a matter of fact, it's kind of been dry for kid movies. And for the most part, a lot of the kid movies have all this nonsense in it that, you know, people don't want in kids movies, like what Disney's doing. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. But is there a concern going on right now? Because earlier today, when I happened to look on RottenTomatoes.com, there seemed to be what we usually see when it comes to movies that don't carry social commentary and politics like the critics want. Which is interesting enough because the last time I looked at this page, there wasn't even an audience score on there. Looks like there's less than 50 verified reviews for audience score. It's at 100% right now. But if we look at the critic score, what a fucking surprise. 54%. It tends to seem like if the movie doesn't have anything that's woke, and I know some people, Eric, you're not using woke right. No, if it doesn't follow the bullshit that Hollywood wants, it tends to have a lower score. Trust me on this, guys. Go look at the wokest movie ever fucking made, and the critics are going to love it, and the audience is going to hate it. It's going to be flipped. Always. So, the star of this movie is Chris Pratt. And within recent years, he's gotten a lot of flack, you know, for being a religious Christian, like a Christian, for being a straight, white Christian. He's gotten a lot of flack for that. And I think that's one major thing why critics aren't going to want to go like it. But also on top of it, there's not any kind of woke shit in Mario. It's good old-fashioned, imaginary, video game-based fun. A plumber, his brother, the princess, the Mushroom Kingdom, Bowser, you name it, right? So, is this a cause for concern? Honestly, no. I never really take what the top critics say to heart. Taking a look at some of these, you could see positive reviews seem to be mixed in pretty fairly. Honestly, the percentage that it's at right now is not half bad. But let's look at what these people are saying negatively. So the only limit to the imaginative potential of the Super Mario Brothers movie is what the filmmakers bring to it. Their imaginations, unfortunately, are very limited. I'm not sure about that. Looking at the trailer that showcased the Mushroom Kingdom, it looked fantastic. It literally looked like the video game was brought to a cinematic forefront. You saw the platforms, all the little stores, everything like that, the characters. I mean, what do you want? Like, I'm not trying to be nitpicky here and yell at somebody for their opinion, but there's no way that this movie is not imaginative. I think there's underlying issues that some of these journalists and film critics don't see in here. They want narratives. They want politics and stuff. With tons of bright, flashy colors, spectacular animation, and an impressive cast of voices, the Super Mario Brothers movie should have turned out much better. What are you wanting? Freaking Scarface? I don't know about that. Transferring the high jumping gameplay of Mario and Luigi and inserting a bunch of game references in the place where a plot might go is not enough to carry a movie. I could list numerous examples of how the gags and references distract and detract from the story, but let's face it, people care more about a YouTuber's 100 Easter eggs you missed from the Super Mario Brothers movie designed to please the content gods. Holy crap, Liam McGurran. He is salty at YouTubers. The internet was right. Chris Pratt is all wrong as the title character in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Jeez. Mildly amusing, swift, noisy, and unrelentingly paced. Uh, Sadly, the fun is far too limited to the sugar high variety. It is disappointing that Super Mario has not only been reduced and molded to fit the unambitious and lackadaisical Illumination brand, but is also this generic and soulless speedrunning through as much fan service as possible. Now, they only have so much time for a movie that's for kids. Kids have the attention span. Now, I get it. I grew up playing Super Mario Brothers. Like, that was like one of the first video games I ever played growing up. So if it does suck, I'm going to be honest about it. By the way, real quick, I'm scratching my stomach, not my ball sack. So don't think that. But no, honestly, if the movie's trash, I'll be man enough to admit it. I'm supposed to go see it later today, actually, about 8 o'clock this evening. I got tickets to go. I've been looking forward to it. It's one of my most anticipated movies of all time. And you know what? To be honest, I didn't think the 93 movie, the live action one with Dennis Hopper and, John Leguizamo and what's his name off the top of my head. I can't even think of what Mario's actor was, but God rest his soul, because I know he's passed away and Dennis Hopper has too. Either way, great movie, in my opinion. Cult classic. Yeah, it was kind of weird watching as a kid because it wasn't exactly like the game. But when you look at this one with Jack Black and Charlie Day and Chris Pratt, and you look at the characters and just how they're put on the screen, minor little tweaks to like Mario's face and stuff, I still think it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. None of the trailers gave me any kind of red flags. And often at times when I find critics like a movie on Rotten Tomatoes, I find the audience doesn't like it, like I was saying. So I'm not worried about it. I don't find this to be a red flag at all. I don't think Super Mario Brothers is in any trouble because it's Easter weekend. Even if the movie is terrible, the fact that it's made by the people who made Minions, it's a kids movie coming out. I don't even think there's any real competition for children's movies outside right now. Let me check my listings. Movies now showing, now playing. Yeah, I don't think they are going to be having. Yeah, we got Mario Brothers movie, and that's it. Everything else is like John Wick, Shazam, Scream. There's a Jesus movie for Easter, Dungeons and Dragons, Air, and Creed 3. So the biggest competition that Super Mario Brothers movie has right now that I would say would probably give it a run for its money is John Wick and Dungeons and Dragons. Other than that, there's nothing extremely to worry about. But I'm very curious. I didn't want to read through all the reviews because I don't want to be spoiled. I just wanted to look at the basic summary. But yeah, when the critic score is low, something is afoot. And I think it attributes to the fact that there's a lot of salty, woke critics out there that do not like Chris Pratt for his beliefs. So what do you guys think? Are you going to go see this? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.